Hello everyone and welcome to Elder Scrolls Legend. It is trading card game again. I don't know. There's so many of these nowadays. I guess because Hearthstone was so successful now everybody's making one. This one's been out for a while, but it recently released its Heroes of Skyrim like expansion, quote unquote, and it added like shouts and dragons and like all kinds of new stuff. I started to play because of that new stuff, and I now have a werewolf deck, which I'll be playing as I go over whether or not I think you guys should play this game. Interesting thing I like about this game, it's got hints of Magic the Gathering in it. It's basically Hearthstone, but instead of 30 cards you get 50 cards, and I believe it maxes out the mana at 12 instead of 10. But there's also specific cards, because as you can see here, there's a red deck, which is the quote-unquote strength deck. And then you have, like, they're all named after attributes in, like, the game. Or in Skyrim and all the other Elder Scrolls. So, purple's endurance. Normally, like, there's theming. Like, the strength cards are normally, like, higher attack cards. They're normally about, like, damaging and breaking people. Just with pure damage. And then endurance is the ones that are just about having like a lot of minions that are durable. Just being able to put out a lot of stuff. Combine the two, you kind of get a balance. And oh, I actually have that. I didn't know that. Anyways, there's all kinds of different things you can do, because every card seems to actually be labeled with like a race or something, like Nords, like reptiles, and like all that different stuff. But this is a werewolf deck. Every card, well, for the most part, most of the cards in this deck have werewolf synergy. Like I got the Night Predator, which is a straight up werewolf, a Child of Hircine, which is a straight up werewolf. But then we have Whiterun Protectors, which start off as Nords, but they have something called Beast Form, and Beast Form is basically a transformation that triggers when you break an opponent's rune. We'll get into the rune system, which is another thing that makes this a bit different from Hearthstone in a moment. But yeah, and then here's a prime example of a basic red card, a basic strength card. A 5 attack minion with 2 health that has basically a death rattle. They call it Last Gasp in this. That puts a buff card into my hand. Like, I know in Hearthstone you're used to weapons being like something your hero uses. No. There are some items that your hero uses, but it's not really like your hero is using them. But put a heavy battle axe into your hand, which is basically put a, I believe, a +4/+1 card into your hand. And there's all kinds of different things. You got direct damage spells and all kinds of stuff. You got strength, intellect, willpower, agility, and then these are like dual attribute. These are like your half things. Every deck can have, I believe, at max 2 of these, like 2 of the attributes. So you can't really, like in Magic, you can't have like a full-on purely like rainbow deck or anything like that. You can't have any rainbow decks. You can only have 2 attributes. So I have a red and purple werewolf deck. Because the synergy, the strongest thing here is the werewolves. The werewolves are the win condition in this deck. Although there are some good things too. Orc synergy is also another thing I've been seeing. Like within the red and purple like bracket, it's either werewolves or orc synergy. I've been seeing that a bunch. But the most I've seen in this game completely is like green lethal decks. Like green purple lethal decks. And I hate the lethal thing a lot. Anyways, so you got your store, and the store's, you know, packs. You buy packs here. You can also buy some unique things as well, because you got stories, which are single player modes, which are big. I guess you would equivalently say that they are the adventures of this game, sort of like Naxxramas was in Hearthstone. And then you have like theme decks that you can get as well. And this you can actually get for gold. But I believe you don't actually get the cards, you just get the ability to play one of these decks. But I mean, it's pretty cheap to get these decks, and these decks aren't bad. They're pretty damn good. So on and so forth. But yeah, this is something to work to, I guess. But I was able to get gold pretty easily. But there is also a single player mode to this game, which I have already played the base single player part that you get. Like, I've already played all the way through it, the Forgotten Hero. And then I believe the other one, the only other one that they have is the Fall of the Dark Brotherhood, which you have to like buy. But you get the Forgotten Hero for free. And it's a good way to get familiar with the game and get some packs and all that kind of stuff. And then you have Solo Arenas, which is basically arena, but against bots instead of actual people. So if you don't like fighting people, but you want to play in arena mode, here you go. It's kind of similar to Arena in Hearthstone, where you draft your own cards. However, after every win in this, you get to draft another card. So you get to add another card. And also, I believe it is a 50 card limit. Or it's a 50 card minimum, I believe. And then you have your versus arena as well. Or is it 30 for arena? I'm not sure. I can't remember which is which. If it's just a 30 or whatever. But now we're going to actually go into gameplay. And we're going to play the werewolf deck, because I love this werewolf deck. It is super fun, at least for me. But I hate the lethal decks. Like, decks that just stack cards that have lethal on them. Because there are a lot of cards that have lethal. But it just pisses me off. I think the lethal mechanic in itself isn't bad. I just think that it is not statted correctly. I believe lethal should at least make a card like 3 mana, just for the fact that it's lethal. Because it just seems way too easy for people to get a lot of lethal stuff on the board to like kill. Now, as you can see, there's these 5 little runes around here. Every 5 health, one of these will break. And whoever's rune breaks, like if it's mine, I get a card. If it's his, he gets a card. Werewolves trigger their beast form off of the enemy breaking. So I have incentive to break this besides him drawing a card. I'm playing this guy because it gets him close, and I can play this guy next turn and immediately have them transform into a werewolf. And as you see, here's the mana. Now what I did there is basically burn the coin. Instead of getting a coin and a card advantage for going second, you basically get 3 coins.
I am ready to join the circle.
Now he got a card, but I got my 4/3 werewolf on turn 2. Well, my turn 2, because I boosted, but either way.
Try this on for size.
Now he's gonna buff his own minion there. But you see, I have this buff in my hand, which is Enchanted Plate. It's gonna give me draw a card and +3 health. So that makes this guy live. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna burn a coin, throw out this Mud Crab. Mud Crab will deal 1 damage to him, making it so that next turn I can trigger another armor break and trigger these guys. Well, I'm going to throw out this one specifically, but so long as he doesn't block me in any way. But as you saw when I broke that rune, he got a card. And that ward thing that you saw that made it so this guy didn't die, it's basically Divine Shield. And right now, there's 2 lanes, as you can plainly see. This lane has no effect. This lane, whatever card you play in it first, gets basically stealth for a turn. I don't think there's anything in the game that has permanent
Praise
stealth.
to our unholy
I've never seen it, so I don't know. See, this thing has lethal. Super annoying, because it's going to just kill my card. And it won't even die, like.
Care to join me on the hunt?
So we're going to do this. And we're going to trigger this.
Now the hunt really.
I get my 4/4 werewolf, and it also triggers its draw. Very good for me. Now, I like the fact that I have the orc captain because I can put this next turn and break another rune, activating this
Your
person.
reckoning is at hand.
But yeah, now that's a 1/1. I do have answers
Into the
for
fray.
1/1s. But yeah, he's gonna put something on him. He's now very difficult to kill. Because I'm in such a difficult spot, I'm just gonna do this.
Tide turns.
Because I have a health advantage, this guy is going to get me more cards. I have to break through this guy. Obviously, this guy has taunt. That's what guard is. It's taunt. Now, as long as this guy has lethal and he's up, I don't want to put anything on that side of the board. Because it will die.
By Osi's bright blade.
Okay, what did he just do? Why did he get so much from that? Oh, he has a slay bonus
ready
effect?
for anything. Gore and glory.
Oh, when an enemy creature slays. Okay. We're gonna put that there. That way we can take that guy out next turn. Guaranteed.
Your reckoning is at hand.
Now we're gonna put this
Arcade's
ward guy
beard.
here
This
because
day will be mine.
ward negates the bullshit. We're gonna put
I'll
her in
take
here
it all
as well.
myself if I have to.
Ride them down.
Now 5/2, and I'll get a weapon, or not a weapon, but a buff item when she dies. I want to kill this guy because he apparently makes it so if these guys kill anything, they get like super
The
buffed.
forest will not suffer your presence.
Deal 1 damage. Oh
Gore and glory.
no! God damn it!
This should be good.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna lose
Your
this fight because
reckoning
this
is
deck
at
is
hand.
probably constructed ridiculously well. Okay, cool. So now I have that answer to kill this son of a bitch. Now I can either play Child of Hircine, Night Predator. I'm actually wondering what to play in this scenario. Whiterun Protector, I guess?
The city is safe in my hands.
Because right now I can't attack these guys. Okay, well, no idea why that stopped, but alright. Anyways, I hit him in the face, he got that thing, and my dude transformed into a 6/6 with regen and taunt. Regen basically means if he doesn't die outright by the enemy attacks, he gets to regen all his health. Okay. That's peculiar. It disconnected for some reason. Okay, complete disconnection. That's, I guess, something to look into. Okay, so we managed to wipe my board and deal damage to me. Okay. So what do I put over here? And what do I put over here?
I'll take him all myself if I have to.
I guess I'll put that there. And,
I am ready to join
We
the
stand
circle.
united.
I guess I'll put these two here. Yeah, I don't know exactly what happened, but okay.
By the divines, I will have your head.
Okay.
Too late for you.
When you summon another creature in this lane, give it ward. Okay, so that thing has ward and it's basically unblocked. Like, I can't really make it through that. Like, anything I put forth to attacking that will die. So we should definitely put this out at least.
If we
And we'll put this guy over here.
Together.
And I'm just gonna stop. I don't want to trade those cards. I want to let him, I guess, do the trading. This guy basically has Wind Fury, but the Wind Fury only works in a way where he has to attack a minion first. Basically, he has the Slay effect, which means he gets benefit when he kills something. This asshole also has bullshit taunt. And he also got the ward because of this guy. This lane, I believe, is now pretty much impossible for him to get through. Well, okay then. No idea why everything's breaking, but I lost that match. It was pretty obvious that I was going to lose that match. The dude just kept on making it impossible for me to establish a board. So, pretty much impossible for me to win. But before we go, I'm just going to show off a pack. And these are core cards. We can also go to Heroes of Skyrim cards, which we're going to actually get a Skyrim pack. We're actually going to get 5 and open up 5 packs of Skyrim, which basically is you get 6 cards. I believe they also have yeah, here we go. They do have legendary packs. Basically, if you buy these, you get a pack that guarantees you a legendary card, which I guess is nice because it at least confirms you'll get something. Okay, I don't know why it's crippled. Man, I guess a lot of people are playing or something. Either way. Do I recommend this game? Yes. If you want to play this, it's free to play, so you can just play it and have no problem. So, yeah. Definitely give it a shot if you like the Elder Scrolls games and like Hearthstone. Like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see y'all next time.